Hi Cancer, welcome to your weekly love reading. Let's see what's going on for you this week in terms of love. Accepted less than their dream, but still being in a place of peace with that. Allowed their dream to come in. Ghosting. What's this ghosting about? Serendipity. Okay, so they felt like you came together in synchronistic ways. They felt like it was divine. To them it was obvious that this was a divine connection. The universe had brought you together. But like I said, there was that Four of Cups wherever it is. Was it right at the start or in the middle? I can't even remember what deck it was here. They realized this was a gift from the divine. They realized that this is what they had always sort of dreamed of, but the other person didn't recognize it straight away. I feel like they weren't quite in a place of accepting their lot. They weren't in a place of really accepting what was going on in their life. So this could be you. Example. It doesn't have to be this example, but this is just one example. Maybe you were in a relationship as well, and maybe there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of struggle, and a lot of fear and questioning and back and forth within your own mind about whether you should invest in that or not. So the reason you weren't seeing this new person, your soulmate, you weren't recognizing them, could be the other way around, was because you weren't in that energy of acceptance within your current circumstances or current relationship. But when you came to that place of acceptance, like I was saying about the other person, it kind of been like, well, maybe this isn't my dream of, you know, how a relationship, how big love was, how I wanted that to look in my life. But then you accepted that. Maybe you thought, okay, I just need to be more realistic. And it's like when you came into that acceptance, that's when you finally were just going with the flow and in a place to allow your highest good to flow in. And that's when you met the person who potentially represented the big love. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Chance meeting, more than coincidence. Number patterns, signs, fated, destiny, soul contract. Begging, oh God, so yeah. Someone's really like fearful, or it could be both of you, really fearful because here we have the card of investment, thinking I've already invested a lot in a certain situation, but taking a step back and wanting to take a risk with someone new because potentially you feel like they could be a perfect fit with a lock and key, but then all these fears coming up, feeling like you're betraying the current partner, fearing if you step out into being single again and release this energy, this relationship, there's all these fears that the person that's going to be left behind is going to be really hurt. And this is begging, wanting you back, regretful, apologising, wanting a second chance, desperation, needing you, life or death, needy. So there's this fear of like hurting the other person, fear of speaking the truth. Okay, so let's look at the Island Time Wellness cards. What's really going on here right now? Lightning, yeah, when they met you it was lightning struck. Wanted that, for their whole life kind of thing. Kind of accepted that it weren't going to happen, you know, thinking maybe that was just a fantasy, maybe that wasn't realistic. So it's like, okay, never mind, sort of thing, and an acceptance of that. And then the lightning happened, and this represents a tower moment as well, like everything that you'd built up, maybe the investment that you'd created with that Seven of Pentacles, suddenly being broken down, potentially. It says sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. So neither of you would have been expecting to meet each other. I feel like there's, because I believe everything happens for a reason. You meet certain people to learn certain things. I definitely feel like it's quite a clear message here about the need to follow your heart, your soul truth, but in doing so it creates a lot of upheaval. You've got to go through hell kind of thing to come out the other side, perhaps. I feel like someone's really hoping that the divine can lend a hand to that and somehow make that a slightly easier process. I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. So this to me is talking about the blossoming of the romantic feelings that you've had for each other. I like you. I feel like there's a message here saying that this person or both of you have always liked each other right from the start. Like there was just a feeling like when you were around this person or looked at this person or they looked at you kind of thing, just felt really nice. Felt a comforting sort of energy. There was like a deep recognition. So it's like the attraction was mutual, but someone was more in a place of acceptance in their own life. They'd reached that stage before the other person had. So the other person had a lot of stresses. So it's kind of stayed at I like you for a bit longer rather than them realising their feelings were blooming. There wasn't enough space in their mind to consciously realise it at that time. Date. Meeting someone new. Dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. So this is, yeah, meeting someone new, and it was totally unexpected. You weren't expecting to meet each other. And it's like in your hearts, you want to get back out there in terms of dating someone new sort of thing in each other. But for some, there may already be like a plan, set a date. Could be that they're having a commitment with someone else, getting married to someone else, or they're already married to someone else perhaps, or they've already just got plans, their life is with someone else. What's really going on here? The phoenix and the dragonfly. New phase. Rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So this is a major new phase in both of your lives since meeting this person. You may feel totally alive because the energy between you both connects you. It's the love connects you, and to like past lives. It's that love feeling, that energy is like a collection of all past lives, happy memories you have with each other, but also it's the love that you have beyond space and time in the other dimensions. And the phoenix is all about things burning up in the flames so you can have a renewal. So it's another like tower kind of thing, rekindling passion in your life, rekindling growth in your life, changed mind. So yeah, someone's with someone else and maybe kind of changing their mind about their investment deep down, but there's all these fears again about what to do about that. The dragonfly, be light-hearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change and heal. Yeah, so things coming to light. I definitely feel that is the person who didn't recognize the connection as soon as the other person, if they still haven't, they're going to realize. Maybe they didn't, maybe if they were with someone else, they didn't really allow in their own mind the idea of having their feelings grow for someone else initially. The butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. So your connection is going through this major transformation, and it's deepening to the next phase. That is like that mutual recognition. Okay, so let's look at these chakra wisdom cards. Okay, we have the base chakra, courage and faith. Orange and yellow, I've been seeing that a lot. And we have solar plexus, the warrior. I feel like this is what's happening right now, is calling for both parties to have courage. These are the first, second and third chakras, so that's the base of your spine, and these are the chakras that connect you more to the 3D. Okay, so it says courage and faith, the warrior and well-being. So some sort of security in the 3D may be brought into question. And that's what's bringing up these fears, because the more 3D chakras are about survival. You may feel that you won't emotionally survive. The going through the flames, Spirit's saying, of this phoenix, in order for there to be a renewal in your life. I embrace courage, faith and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I'm not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forwards. I think that book's on my shelf. Let me just feel the fear and do it anyway. Yeah, I read that years ago. Well-being. I honour and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best of food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that were designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise. I make time for rest, as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. So yeah, there is a need for this person and maybe even yourself to focus on your well-being, because this may be an exciting time for you in many ways, but it may be a bit traumatic as well. And the Warrior, I embrace my inner strength, power and resilience, and I allow myself to shine. I unfold my full potential as an empowered person with a true sense of who I am. I grow in consciousness as I overcome and transcend life's challenges. I need the warrior inside me for the journey ahead, and I am courageous in moving forward. So you may have met each other and you're in very similar circumstances. You're resonating with each other on many different levels, and it's very interesting. Like lessons from the same kind of circumstance that you're in with this person. Separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. It's interesting. So there may be a need for a separation. From their current partners. What other messages does the Divine have here? You deserve love. You are lovable. Okay, so someone may have, like I said, kind of accepted a relationship where maybe it wasn't really everything that they hoped for, but then they were like, maybe it was just me being unrealistic, hoping for more than this. Maybe it's a connection where things look good on paper, but it's like the universe, this is like Cupid, the universe stepped in and brought you two to each other because you deserve love, you deserve that dream that you had to come true. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So that may be significant to some of you specifically. Okay, and I'm going to finish off with a Rumi Oracle card. I know some people don't like me reading these messages, but they're so powerful and it makes me feel good reading them. So I know that some other people will take a lot from the messages that are going to come out here. Okay, so what do we need to know from the Rumi Oracle? We have a loser, star of Venus, number 26. So I'm interested to see what this one's going to say. 26. Here we go. Here's the poem by Rumi. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life and with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing, to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness pure, and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest love. The star of Venus is the great androgen, neither solely masculine or feminine, but an integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and based utterly in love. When this star seeks us out, multiple blessings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that may be quite dazzling and surprising to our more limited mindset and belief systems. With great blessings, great growth is possible. However, the blessings don't do the growth for us, making it magically happen. They give us the oomph we need, the power, and the opportunities and assistance we need, yet it is still we who take the journey. The spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history is the journey from duality to oneness. Many are signing up for that wild, loving adventure. This oracle has come to you as a reminder that you too have been granted a ticket for that journey. This journey of oneness is not about denying duality, but about experiencing it as an expression of one love. It is about no longer being enslaved by it. It is about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted. It is about embracing the all, of finding the freedom and joy originally sought, but now through a path that takes you into joy and freedom existing within. To take the great transformation from man or woman into cosmic androgen does not require that we lose our sense of femininity or masculinity. Rather, they become so superior in development that they cease to be distinguished from each other. Our masculine clarity, with its discernment, practicality and application, becomes so tender, loving, compassionate and tempered with grace that the feminine is integrated with it. Our feminine nurturance, dedication and connection to life becomes so fierce that discernment and wise action naturally prevail. With this great androgynous integration of the masculine and feminine into oneness, men and women of this beautiful earth become capable of a new consciousness. It is one based in love, of service to life, of letting go of judgment, stereotypes and belief systems, limited belief systems, and of opening up to compassion for all life. As the consciousness is anchored, spiritual growth becomes rapid. This is not necessarily without some bumps and bruises, letting go of old notions of what it is to be a man or a woman, to be masculine or feminine, letting go of fear of women or men, of emasculation or victimization, letting go of wounding are all great steps forward. They promise liberation, empowerment and compassion, as well as peace and happiness, yet they are not easy steps to take. Great resistance can be evoked within you as an individual and also within the culture around you, which might find your notion of personal spiritual empowerment confronting and challenging to their cultural fear-based enslavement of the soul. They will be right about it being confronting, but mistaken in assuming that confrontation is something best resisted. So then, what to do? A loser, the ancient shining one, also known as the star of Venus, holds much power and strength. Even a small blessing of her light is more powerful than the fear of thousands, if not millions, of people. She is known as a worthy ally in battle of any kind, even spiritual battle. You must, however, stay aligned with her way, which is not to fight fear with fear, hate with hate, or anger with anger. Does this mean you should not feel fear, hate or anger? Of course not. Venus denies no experience, so let yourself feel whatever you feel. The guidance is not to stop being human. Take the next step into the divine human, into allowing the star blessing to nestle in your heart so you can shift as you feel the feelings, holding them with compassion, then choosing your own truths that resonate at a far more refined vibration. The rebellious passion of the star of Venus is that she seeks out whomever is ready to know more fully the truth of divine oneness. Whether the culture around them can acknowledge one of their own, becoming more enlightened as a blessing or not, it is a divine gift nevertheless. How liberating it shall feel to be truly empowered to live life as you feel is truthful, and to feel completely empowered to allow others to do the same with joy in your heart. You understand that everyone is walking an unfolding path, and that we don't have to understand or justify the path of another to feel peace in our own hearts. If you are stumbling with judgment within yourself, do not fear. The blessing of Venus is coming to you to help you surrender it, to help you find your way through so that you can be free now. Your guidance then is to trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you reacting to it possibly in fear or discomfort. Trust in the paths of others too, for in truth there is one path and we are all on it. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. That is not your job. Your job is to embrace your wisdom, embrace your freedom and empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, through bestowal of grace, something more of a goddess and a god, a human and a sacred animal integrated as one. This is sacred alchemy, amplified in the star fires of Venus, who loves you as a brother, sister, and honors your soul with her blessing. Shine true, beloved. Shine bright. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.